Welcome everyone here to race number 3 of the ARCS series. We're in season 2 here for ARX with the SRX cars. Tonight we are at Lincoln Speedway. Pretty short little dirt track here, only 0.35 mile dirt oval. Should be a great race. Not a lot of room here for these drivers tonight, but still should be a great race. We got about 4.5 minutes left here in practice. Then we will go straight into our random heat. Then we will have our last chance qualifier, or C main, and then we will have the main race, the feature, here tonight, live on ABN Esports, live on YouTube tonight. Right now we have 8 cars out on track, or 8 cars in the field. Track is already wearing in pretty good. You see the little spot of rubber right there going into turn number 3. You'll see that spot get bigger throughout the night as these cars drive out there on track. They do have a warm-up. Sometimes they'll try and get out there and ride around kind of slow, pack the track back in. See if they do that again tonight, but should be a great race here at Lincoln Speedway. Got 50 miles tonight. And with only 8 cars, hopefully we don't have any cautions. We can get this thing in the books pretty quick. But you'll always have a few cautions, especially being on dirt. So another 3 minutes here left in practice. Brett Parago, we're gonna hope that's the right way to say his name, on top of the leaderboard right now with a 17.22. Davis Mill Jr. and Joshua Gaiman both second and third with the exact same lap time, a best of a 17.30. Brandon Proudfoot right now in 4th on the leaderboard with a 17.47. Brandon Fetterplace right now in 5th with a 17.48. Jimmy Barr in 6th with a 17.51. Carmen Sienna in 7th with a 17.98. And Matthew Kent in 8th with the exact same lap time with a 17.98 as well. So just under 2 minutes here in practice, getting ready for the first heat of the night here at Lincoln Speedway. Should be a good race. There you see Brett in that pink car. That is Brandon Proudfoot. So everyone now off track, probably doing, oh, there goes Brandon Proudfoot back out onto the racetrack. You see pit road kind of weird here. You actually exit off the back straightaway. Some of these dirt tracks have some kind of funky pit roads for sure, but see Brandon Proudfoot really trying to use that high side. You can see the difference of where these drivers have been running in practice and where they haven't. You see that dark colored dirt on the racetrack that has not been raced on yet. There's a lot of moisture and a lot of grip up there. That inside line really slick, kind of slicked off from the 30 minutes of practice here that we have had at Lincoln Speedway. If you are tuning in on YouTube, we appreciate you tuning in. Again, the SRX cars are kind of a specialty. Some people love them, some people just can't stand them. So practice is over. You see Barney the flagman waving the checkered flag here in practice. And we're going to get ready to go straight into the heat. Joshua Gayman's going to start on pole. Perigo in second, David Smil third, Carmen Sienna fourth, Matthew Kent fifth, Brandon Fairplay sixth, Jimmy Barr will start seventh, and Brandon Proudfoot will start in eighth position. It'll be a 10-lap shootout here for the heat. Only one heat, obviously. So after this heat, they will go into a C main, which at this point pretty much just an extra practice session. And then we'll have the feature right after here. Glad to be with y'all tonight here on a Friday night, right at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Again, live with ABN Studios on YouTube. If you don't follow them, make sure you follow ABN Studios. They have a lot of great racing. Obviously Friday nights, but they have a lot of other stuff going on throughout the week. Tuesdays they have HTL trucks. Mondays they have HTL Cup Series. Normally also cover A Squared, which is in the off season right now, thankfully. So Sundays are kind of freed back up for me. And then of course they have some of their IndyCar, Champ Car stuff, and some specialty endurance races as well here and there. So a lot to offer. You will not be disappointed by following them and kind of seeing what they have on a daily basis. As we're getting ready to go green here for the first heat, first and only heat. Joshua Gayman will bring them to the green flag, and you see the pace truck kind of enters way back there. But here we go, coming to the green flag. Green is in the air here at Lincoln Speedway for heat number 1. Oh, 3 wide back there on the back straightaway. Brandon Proudfoot making some moves there in that kind of navy or dark royal blue car. Oh, Matthew Kent's around, and Jimmy Barr, I think, got a little piece of it. But right now, Joshua Gayman and Perigo first and second. David Smil in third. Brandon Proudfoot now all the way back up to fourth. But a reminder that this heat for the C main, everyone will be inverted. So right now, Matthew Kent in 8th. He will start on pole for the C main, and then wherever you finish in the C main is where you will start the feature. Oh, there goes David Smil Jr. around in the 15. It's going to allow Carmen Sienna to come into the 4th position. Joshua Gayman still leading this race right now. Lap 5 of 10. Brandon Proudfoot really making some moves out there. Started at the back. Now all the way up to 3rd, and he's right here battling with the leaders. Joshua Gayman and Brandon Proudfoot, very, very, very good at dirt. Brett Perigo, new to the series, but obviously a lot of skill there in that car as well, the number 20. And we have a 3-way battle for the lead here in this first heat. Coming to 3 laps to go here. Can Joshua Gaiman hold these other two off here? Brandon Proudfoot now in second place, trying to set his eyes on Joshua Gaiman. Not sure if he's going to have enough. 2 to go now. It's a really good entry right there, but Gaiman's going to get a good exit here. Able to just carry that momentum. White flag is in the air. 1 to go here in heat number 1. Sponsored by Smil Racing Designs. And Brandon Proudfoot is going to be tough to beat in the feature. Joshua Gaiman's going to get the win. Proudfoot's going to come home second. Brett Perrigo third. Jimmy Barr fourth. Carmen Sienna fifth. Brandon Fetter placed sixth. David Smil Jr. comes home in seventh. Matthew Kent in eighth. So now they will invert. And they will start the C main. And then the C main is how... Oh, this is a C main is how they will start the feature. So wherever you finish here, that's where you're starting for the feature. So 2 of the fastest, 3 of the fastest really, in Gaiman, Proudfoot, and Perrigo. Now starting 6th, 7th, and 8th. So got a little bit of work here to do if you're those 3 drivers, but I think they probably can handle it. They got a lot of speed in those 3 cars, and they know how to drive these things around here. It's really difficult to drive these cars on dirt. They just don't quite act like what you would expect a dirt car to act like. So it's definitely different, but it's a lot of fun for sure. So hopefully these drivers can get it figured out and have some fun out there while they're doing it. Some great camera angles here as well, as we see the full parking lot over there with all what looks to be the same model car, which you love to see. But just a great track overall. Again, Lincoln Speedway, right at 0.35 mile dirt oval. Really cool track. Very small, but a lot of the dirt tracks on this service, other than Eldora or Knoxville or Bristol Dirt, they are smaller. So all right, here we go. Pace truck is off. I have to go all the way around 3 and 4 here. Matthew Kent will be bringing them to the green flag here for a 10-lap shootout for the C main, and for these drivers to determine where they will start. Green flag is in the air here for the C main. Matthew Kent does not get a great start. David Smil Jr. goes to the lead. Oh, cuts across Fetter Place's nose just a little bit. 3 wide back there in the back. You can see Brandon Proudfoot trying to make... Ooh, they were almost 4 wide there, and that's going to be an issue. Everybody keeps it going so far, but definitely slowed up 2 of the faster drivers. Oh, Matthew Kent in the outside wall there. And Matthew Kent has towed, so he is out of this C main here. Carmen Sienna right now running in 3rd place behind David Smil Jr. and Brandon Proudfoot. Brandon Fetter Place in 5th, trying to hold off Jimmy Barr. And Joshua Gaiman kind of just back there cruising. He knows that the feature's where it matters most. Matthew Kent still on pit road right now. Ooh. A little bit of contact there between Perrigo and Carmen Sienna. Brett Perigo got some speed there, but Carmen, she's trying to hang in there with him, but just not quite the run that... Oh no, and that's... Carmen is around. That's gonna... some damage for Joshua Gaiman there, possibly. Carmen does get it back going though, so she should be okay. Again, just 3 laps to go here in this C main. Oh, Brandon Fetterplace almost loses it, gets it back going. But right now, Brandon Proudfoot with the lead, a second lead right now, so just kind of walking away with this thing. White flag is in the air here. Final lap, sponsored by Smil Racing Designs. And Brandon Proudfoot very easily going to get this win here in the C main. Second will go to David Smil Jr. Third will go to Brett Perigo. Fourth, Brandon Fairplace. Fifth, Joshua Gaiman. Sixth, Jimmy Barr. Seventh, Carmen Sienna. And eighth is Matthew Kent. So we should have a 5-minute warm-up here. We'll see if they go out there and pack the track down a little bit. As you see, we have shifted to nighttime. So 5 minutes here. Warm up for really just anybody to kind of see what they can do here for these last 5 minutes. We'll see what Brett does. He's gonna go full speed here, so no packing the track for Brett. That's a 20.81 there on his first lap. He is currently the only car on the racetrack, so there's a 18.04 there. Brandon Proudfoot doing a little burnout there as he left his pit stall. And there you see some of the track packing going on. And it's amazing that that actually does work. I have been in a couple of dirt races where in the warm-up we kind of just cruise around the top line and it moves that cushion up. Pretty cool that really does actually work, but it does. It's pretty cool. So right now, Brandon Proudfoot and Brett Perigo, the only cars on track. Brandon Proudfoot out there, like we said, packing the track in a little bit, trying to move that cushion up. David Smil Jr. also leaving pit road. Now I think Brett gets the memo, and a couple of... Now we got 3 cars on track, kind of packing the track in a little bit here. Also Brandon Proudfoot out there. Oh, I'm sorry, Jimmy Barr also out there. You can already kind of see that some of that loose dirt kind of disappearing on that top line. And when you get what happens is when you get that moisture out of that top line, you kind of get that loose dirt off of the lane, you can actually go up there and really push it a lot harder than when you have that loose dirt that has a lot of moisture. You can kind of race a lot harder up there on the top line. And like we said, it does work. It's amazing that they have those physics worked in, but they absolutely have it to where it a little too much of a push there. A little beating and banging here on the warm-up laps. Again, trying to just work the track in, get it ready for the race. It's kind of a tradition here in ARX. Something that we do pretty much every warm-up. And then the last 30 seconds, we let them loose. At least they did for a little bit. They thought about it. They really thought about it. 25 seconds left here in the warm-up. Then we will go to the feature. Alright, so warm-up is over. Let everybody get gridded up here. There it is. Let's see if we can get the starting grid to come up here. Well, maybe not. Here, let's try it one more time. There we go. All right. Not sure why the rows aren't there, but anyway. Starting on the front row, Brandon Proudfoot on pole, Brett Perigo in second. Brandon Fetterplace is in third. Joshua Gaiman will start fourth. Jimmy Barr in row 3 will start on the inside. David Smale Jr. on the outside. Row 4 will be Carmen Sienna and Matthew Kent. And that will wrap up the starting grid here for tonight's race. We are here at Lincoln Speedway, live on YouTube with ABN Studios. And we're getting ready to go green flag racing here for the feature. 50 laps. Not 50 miles. I said 50 miles earlier. That was not correct. 50 laps here. 50 miles would be... I'm not good at math. But here we go. Green flag in the air here at Lincoln Speedway. Lap 1 of 50. As Brandon Proudfoot gets out to a pretty big lead there right off the start. You can see these cars just bouncing around there on the back straightaway. David Smale Jr. did not get a very good start there. Now back in 6th. Oh, Carmen Sienna almost lost it, but kept it going straight. That's the most important thing half the time. Matthew Kent back there in 8th right now, just kind of playing it safe, maybe saving some tires. These dirt tires do wear now. Brandon Fetterplace has got some speed all of a sudden as Carmen Sienna is around. She's going to get it backed up and back going. But Brandon Fetterplace now in second place. Hopefully he's not using up his tires too much here in that number 34 machine. Brandon Proudfoot is just gone at this point. He is almost 2 seconds. There you see the gap he has to second place. A really good battle between David Smeal, Joshua Gaiman, and Brett Perigo. And Jimmy Barr right there in the hunt as well. Matthew Kent about 2 seconds back from these 3 or 4 that are battling for third. I mean, battling for a podium finish. Oh, David Smeal Jr. goes around. Not sure. Oh, there comes Matthew Kent. I don't think that caution is going to come out. They're going to keep it green here after already 10 laps in here at Lincoln Speedway. Right now, the biggest mover is, oh, a couple others. Sorry, if somebody stopped on the inside, the yellow flag will fly here. I believe that was David Smeal Jr. Also, Jimmy Barr involved. Carmen Sienna is in the pits. Not sure exactly what happened there, but looks like Carmen did have to tow. That is very unfortunate for that number 96 machine. But caution is out here at Lincoln Speedway. There you see Brandon Proudfoot is currently first, started first. Better place second. He started in third. Brett started in second. He's currently in third place. Joshua Gaiman started fourth, currently in fourth. Matthew Kent started eighth. He's now up to fifth. So biggest mover for that number 31 machine. Jimmy Barr. Oh, I guess Kent had to drop back there, but Jimmy Barr currently in fifth, started fifth. And then David Smeal Jr. is 1 lap down, currently in 7th, and he started in 6th position. So we're back underway here at Lincoln. Green flag flies here. Brandon Proudfoot gets another great restart. Brandon Fetterplace, the two Brandons battling it out here for first and second. Brett and Joshua Gaiman pressuring Brandon Fetterplace right now for that second place finish. These laps are going to go pretty... Oh, Joshua Gaiman's in the wall. That's going to be a huge loss of time there for him. And Brandon Fetterplace really making that bottom line work. But Brandon Proudfoot has just checked out at this point. 1 second now, the gap between first and second. This is also the point where tire wear starts to become an issue for some of these drivers. So I have to keep an eye on that. I know Better Place was pushing pretty hard early on. I don't know what those tires are looking like, but right now still able to keep it in second place. Joshua Gaiman gets around the 20 of Brett Perigo. Jimmy Barr is still in 5th, Matthew Kent in 6th, David Smil Jr. obviously 1 lap down, and Carmen Sienna now 10 laps down. I believe her night is done here at Lincoln. Oh, Jimmy Barr is backwards on track. He's going to get it back going. I believe he's trying to. Not sure if he has terminal damage with that machine or not, but they're going to keep it green here at Lincoln. Joshua Gaiman looking to the inside and Brett looking to the outside of Brandon Fetterplace. Gaiman can't quite make the pass as the 20's got some damage. Riding along with Brandon Fetterplace now. Thing you can see just pushes really tight on corner entry, but it gets a good run off as the 20 is now missing his front clip. You don't need it here on the dirt track. I believe there it was sitting in the outside racing line there coming out of turn 4. I'm not sure how long iRacing will let that sit there before they get a virtual track crew out there and pick that bumper up. Brandon Fetterplace still trying to work on Joshua Gaiman here for second. Really, this is the battle. I mean, Brandon Proudfoot has just checked out. He's now 3 seconds ahead of this group here. And David Smil Jr. is there in the picture, but he is 1 lap down. Jimmy Barr also about 2 seconds away from going a lap down to Brandon Proudfoot. But this is really the battle right now. These 3 cars, as Jimmy Barr goes 1 lap down in the 0-2. Matthew Kent will be the next victim for Brandon Proudfoot, as he has already put 6th and 7th 1 lap down. Car missing the front clip and still digging out there, trying everything he can. Really good battle right here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, respectively. I don't know. I never knew how to use that word. But you can tell, I think Joshua Gaiman definitely saved a little more tire than Brandon Fetterplace, and you can see that 20 car just sending it into corner entry. Gets right on the 34's back bumper there. And just like that, we've already turned 31 of 50 laps, so we already got 20 laps to go here at Lincoln. Again, these races click off pretty quickly if you stay green, you know, the majority of the race. Only that 1 caution so far, and now with only 7 cars on track, since Carmen is not on track, obviously the more cars you have out there, the more chance you have a caution come out. The fewer, it's just not very possible, especially when they get spread out like they are. I mean, Brandon Proudfoot just waxing the field right now. 4 seconds ahead of Joshua Gaiman. Joshua Gaiman's pushing it pretty hard too. You can see he's gotten close to touching that wall and hitting that wall a couple of times in entry. Just trying to get every little bit of momentum he can. But now this battle for 3rd is really the only battle out on track, as Matthew Kent is about to go one lap down. There you see Kent. There you see Proudfoot. Proudfoot is on another level right now as we ride along with Brandon Proudfoot. And now he's oh, yellow. We got a yellow. Not sure what that was for. Didn't see it. I believe it was Brandon Fetterplace and David Smeal Jr. crashed. See if we can't take a look at it here. Oh, yeah, that's one of those unfortunate events right there. Let's take one more look at it here. Yeah, just a little bit of contact with the 20, got that inside wall, and then shot back right in front of David Smeal Jr., unfortunately. Definitely saved Matthew Kent because he was just about to go a lap down. He will stay on the lead lap, so now only 5 cars on the lead lap. Take a look here at our top 5. Proudfoot in first, Joshua Gaiman in second, Brett Perigo in fourth, Brandon Fetterplace, Brett Perigo in third, Brandon Fetterplace in fourth, Matthew Kent in fifth as they are doubling up here. Coming to lap 40 of 50, we're back green here at Lincoln. Can Joshua Gaiman stay with Brandon Proudfoot? That's the real question here. Or does Brett have something for these top 2? These were the 3 fastest in the heat. These were the 3 that were up there. And now with only a handful of laps remaining, no more tire saving here. You're pushing it as hard as you can. Oh, the 22 cuts the nose off just a little bit of the 61, and that's going to allow the 20 to pull a slider there on Joshua Gaiman, and now Proudfoot out to a 7, 8, 9 tenths of a second lead. And that's probably going to just about give him this win unless a late race caution comes out, which is very, very possible here at Lincoln. You can see Proudfoot just so good. I mean, just puts it up against the wall, comes down, gets kind of the apex, and just really, really fast in that 22 machine here tonight. Brandon Fetterplace battling for fourth, or is in fourth, I'm sorry. Jimmy Barr is 1 lap down. The real battle right now is for second and third. That is Brett and Joshua Gaiman. So we're on board with Brett Perigo right now. Still missing that front clip, but again, it's a dirt race. You didn't really race your hardest if you're not missing a front clip. That's what I've always been told. Four laps to go here at Lincoln. Again, Brandon Proudfoot's just been dominant all night. Really, no one can even come close to getting. They can stay with him for a couple laps, and then he just kind of pulls away. He's just very, very consistent from start to finish here. And the 20 is going to get the wall just a little bit. 61 trying that inside, just not enough momentum off of the corner. Brandon Fetterplace now trying to enter into this conversation with 2 laps to go. We'll be coming to the white flag this time by and the white flag flies here. 1 to go, presented by Smeel Racing Designs. Final lap. Brandon Proudfoot, 2-second lead. He's going to pretty much get this thing pretty easily, I would say. As we got one Jimmy Barr in the outside wall. Brandon Proudfoot gets the victory. Brett Perigo second. Joshua Gaiman in third. Brandon Fetterplace comes home in fourth. Matthew Kent gets a top 5. David Smith Jr. 6th. Jimmy Barr 7th. And Carmen Sienna in 8th place. So I basically just went through that, but we'll take a look at the official results there as you see them for the Lincoln Speedway 50 here tonight. Again, Brandon Proudfoot, your race winner. Brett Perigo second, Joshua Gaiman in third. Still, I think the hard charger would be Matthew Kent. Started in 8th, finished in 5th, gained 3 spots. Everyone else either lost spots or only gained 1 spot. So, great race overall. But Brandon Proudfoot got the win here at Lincoln Speedway, and he's gonna pull it into victory lane. Why not? Why not? Pull it in victory lane. Enjoy the celebration. See if we can get a better shot of him there. We're trying here. Let's see here. Well, I don't think he's on track anymore, so he's done celebrating at this point. All right. So yeah, Brandon Proudfoot gets the victory. Stick around. We'll have your top 3 post-race podium interviews here in just one moment. All right, we're back here with post-race podium interviews here. Let's see if we can get a word with. We'll start with our 3rd place finisher, Joshua Gaiman. Josh, this is Ryan Pannell in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Ryan.
Well, how was the race? It looked a little slick out there, but how's it handling for you?
Yeah, it was definitely pretty solid. You know, whether you go up to the top or onto the bottom, a little snug going in up top, but you know, it felt like it made it race good, and it was kind of tough to pass. You know, no matter where you are, it's kind of the nature of this track, though, when you're racing a full-size car. But yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, for sure. Did you have anything for Proudfoot, or was he really just that fast?
Yeah, you know, he's always super quick on dirt, so if you can, you know, let alone hang with him, if you could beat him, you're definitely doing something right. So maybe, you know, I know I made some mistakes and just got kind of mired in traffic there a little bit, and you know, then started really battling with Perigo coming to the end there, and you know, what is it, with our 2 families and battling each other all the time because my uncle raced his dad for 35 years. So,
Nice. Keep it in the family.
it was a good time. Yeah. Hey,
Absolutely. Well, I'll open up the floor if you have anybody you want to thank or shout out. The floor's yours.
uh, yeah, I'll shout out Nitro Racing, shout out 213 Simware, W Energy, you know, shout out to everyone that showed up tonight and made it a fun race, and shout out for you for broadcasting here and bringing the race to the crowd, and yeah,
All right. Well, I'll let you go enjoy your third place finish. Have fun, and maybe we'll talk to you next week.
hopefully.
All right. That was our third place finisher, Joshua Gaiman. Now we're going to have a word with Brett Perigo. Brett, this is Ryan Pannell in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Wow. Tell us about your race. You finished second without a front clip. I said on the broadcast, you don't need a front clip. It's dirt track. But tell us about the race. How'd the car handle? How was it driving out there for you?
Man, these cars are just like really tricky, especially on short tracks like this. It's tough to get them just right, especially with traffic around, and backstretch is so rutted up and just sometimes just get you all out of shape. And I think this happened to me one time. Just got half spun on the backstretch and hit about every wall.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like at least from me, up in the booth, it looked like the inside line was a little slick and maybe the outside line was a little tight on entry. Is that what you were feeling in the car, or how was it driving?
That's definitely how it felt. You go to the inside, it wants to spin you out. Go to the outside, it pushes right to the outside wall. But nonetheless, they're fun to drive, just a little bit tricky, and really don't have many laps in these cars at all. I think it's my second time ever even driving them. So
Well, you did a pretty good job for your second time driving him. Did you have anything for Brandon Proudfoot? I mean, he was almost in a different zip code, it seemed like. Did you have anything for him there if maybe a late race caution came out, or was he just that fast?
it was definitely quick. I never did try the line he was running. Just I was around cars the whole time, so I never could give it a shot. But towards the end there, I think we were keeping up with him fairly good. Like if we did the right lap times, laps and all that. But I don't know. I don't know if I would have anything for him. He was pretty quick and tricky to pass.
Yeah, well, like you said, second race in these cars, and you were pretty quick too. So I'm not going to give up on you for the rest of the year. Anybody you want to shout out? Sponsors, friends, family. The floor is all yours.
I just want to thank you guys for putting this race on, and everyone who joined and made it a good race.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate you talking to me, and maybe we'll talk to you again next Friday night.
Actually, I don't know if I can make next Friday or not. We got
Well,
some real life racing
hey,
stuff to do, but I'll try
real
my best.
real life racing always comes before sim racing, but next time you're on track, maybe we'll talk to you. Enjoy your night, and congrats on second place.
Hey, thank you.
Yep. All right, that was our second place finisher, Brett Perigo. Now we're going to talk to our race winner, Brandon Proudfoot. This is Ryan Pannell in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Good Lord, man. What'd you have in that thing of souped up? I mean, you were gone, man. I mean, that was cool. That was fun to watch. Tell us about the race, how it was driving for you. Like I talked to Brett a little bit. It looked like the bottom was super loose. The top looked like it pushed tight on entry and then kind of freed up on exit. What was it? What were you feeling out there?
A little bit of everything. So this track's very, very unique. It's one of the most unique tracks in PA. And the line can change so much throughout the night. The very beginning of that, you're around the bottom of the wall. Then as it slicks off, it's hard to keep that bottom out, especially in these cars. So then the middle really starts to slick off. And then it goes through phases to where it'll be loose one moment, tight the next, and then eventually you got to try to find something in between, which here at Lincoln, the 358s and the 410 both use that down line. Boy, is it difficult in these cars.
Yeah, it definitely looked difficult. I mean, I saw even Gaiman. I mean, you had to kind of run the high side, but if you pushed it too hard, it would push into the wall, and then it would just basically ruin your whole corner. But I saw the line you were running, and man, you hit it almost perfect every time. I mean, you entered high, kind of apex the corner, and then drove it kind of off the bottom to the back straightaway. I mean, is that what you were kind of expecting, or did you kind of have to adjust as the race went on and the track wore in?
I was expecting it to go there, yes, but I wasn't sure if these cars could actually do it. So, uh, for the most part, for how these cars progressed throughout the night, where it was kind of the bottom, and then the middle kind of came in a little bit, then it went back to the bottom, and then I started doing that cut down. That's how the 358s, this track in real life, break down that track for the most part, and then eventually the top in general just come. But without the wider tires and whatnot, it's a little bit more difficult to do in these cars. But no, 100% that cut down line was something I was hoping would come in, but it is difficult with these cars because you don't have any suspension to help you. You don't have super big tires. Also, don't have a lot of steering radius either. So put you in a little too much, and you're just along for the ride. So it's definitely something that I was able to do for the most part, but it's by no means an easy task.
Yeah, it's definitely tough, but still you get the victory. So anybody you want to shout out, friends, family, sponsors, the floor is yours.
Oh, well, I don't have any friends or family. I got Josh behind me, but
Hey, that's a friend.
but, I got everybody in the background does the ARX stuff, and I have Josh worked on the setups real hard to get them out before the beginning of the season. It's a 5-minute fix is what he curated, him and John. So obviously, thanks to him for getting all these setups where people can come out and practice even 3, 4, 5 weeks in advance if they want. And obviously, you doing the broadcast. I believe we are under the ABN banner.
Yep.
So obviously, thanks to them for having us be able to use their platform to get these unique cars and these unique tracks out. And I don't remember where we're at next week. I don't know if I'll be here. I'll probably be part-time for the most part, but with the ARCS retreat, it took a little bit of a break, and it's definitely good to be back, and apparently the rust ain't too thick.
Yeah, I always say when I take a break from racing, when I come back, I feel like I'm faster. I don't know. It could just be in my head, but I feel like there's some truth to that. So, but still, congrats on your win. You ran a really great race, and if we don't see you on track next week, whenever we see you again on a Friday night, hopefully we'll get to talk to you in Victory Lane again.
Hopefully, we'll have to see.
All right.
Thanks for having me. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, that was our race winner, Brandon Proudfoot, in the number 22 machine. So we'll take one last quick look here at the results of this race. Brandon Proudfoot, your winner. Brett Perigo in second. Joshua Gaiman in third. Brendan Fetterplace comes home fourth. Matthew Kent in fifth. David Smil Jr. in sixth. Jimmy Barr in seventh. Carmen Sienna in eighth. So 8 cars here tonight. Great race. A lot of fun. Went really quick. Done before 9:30, so can't complain too much there. I think there's some college football on. Might go see if I can't watch a little college football. But I appreciate y'all coming out. Really do love doing this. I love broadcasting. It's something that, honestly, I never really knew that I enjoyed it until I started doing it with Rick James about 3 or 4 years ago. And now that I'm pretty much retired from racing, hopefully I can do this a little bit more. So thank you all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And we'll be back next Friday night with ARX cars once again. Let me take a look really quick here to let y'all know where we will be racing next week. Next week on October 11th, we will be at... No, I'm sorry. Next week is October 4th. We will be hitting New Smyrna for 100 laps at New Smyrna Speedway, so that will be a lot of fun. So make sure y'all come and tune in. But until then, make sure y'all stay on that loud pedal.